Night of the Horrified presents Fresh Popcorn.
So when I dived into Killer Sofa, I thought I knew what was up. From the looks of the cover, I'm guessing inanimate object comes to life, eats a few folks, looks like a CGI beast from the bargain bin, then credits. Boy, was I in for a shock. A killer reclining chair becomes enchanted by a girl and starts committing crimes of passion. Hey, I didn't crack up once while reading that. We're off to a good start. Okay, so let's get the obvious out of the way. This isn't a killer sofa. Our cursed item of furniture is a recliner. Now, I'm not sure if that's part of the joke or what, because the characters refer to it as a recliner, but it didn't bother me that much, so we'll continue. Now, Killer Sofa isn't unique. We've seen killer furniture before. Hell, George Barry did Deathbed, the bed that eats, back in 1977. Of course, that movie is notoriously terrible, but highly entertaining because of that. But this film is something else entirely. It's a possessed chair that moves around killing people. Think slasher, but with a recliner. I thought I knew what I had thrown on, but when around 20 minutes hit into the film, I got a recliner trying to woo a lady, and I knew I was headed somewhere completely different. New Zealand horror is known for its zaniness. I mean, they're really good at that. Now, Killer Sofa doesn't quite reach the level of the other Kiwi flicks, but it does have its own underlining charm and humor. It's not laugh out loud, but you'll get a chuckle here and there. Yes, the chair does indeed kill people, but it doesn't do it in the way you think. We don't necessarily see the chair grow a fanged mouth and gobble someone up. No, our killer chair literally gets up and kills people in some really unique ways, including climbing into their apartment windows using its springs. That's where the comedy lies. You literally see the chair look up, Michael Myers style, into someone's window. He also pokes his head into rooms around the corner like Bugs Bunny, and yes, he even disposes of bodies. Killer Sofa honestly is a nice surprise. It's fucking bug nuts, but at the same time, it's got a few legitimate scares peppered throughout, and the story is pretty good too. Writing is decent as far as killer furniture goes, and the acting is much better than what I expected. There's a legitimate horror story being told here, one that involves evil demons, lust, and murder, only it's being acted out by a killer recliner. The chair itself isn't scary. They don't really try to make it that way, though. It has two big buttons for eyes, and yes, like I said, I can't stress this enough, it moves around by itself. And when it does, it's one of the funniest things you'll ever witness. A weird element to this movie has the chair falling in love with the main character, which again is not where I saw this going at all. And by the end of the film, it's kind of goes off the tracks into a whole different movie. But again, that stuff didn't really bother me. Killer Sofa, it knows exactly what it is, and it knows exactly what it wants to get from you. It's just a good time horror movie, but done the right way. We get so many films in this kind of vein of horror that it's easy to pass this one, but just give it a chance. It's a hilarious batch of fresh popcorn. Killer Sofa is streaming now on Amazon Prime. I'm Lee Evans for Night of the Horror File, and this has been Fresh Popcorn. If you want your project featured on Fresh Popcorn, drop us a line on Twitter or through email at horrorfilemailbag@gmail.com.